Hi, Mr. Biedermeier.
We'll be right with you, Mr. Biedermeier.
Hi, Mr. Biedermeier.
Hey, hold it. Come here. Everybody here knows who this is but me. Who is he?
You mean you never met our star boarder, Shoop? Mr. Biedermeier, Nurse Shoop. Classic accident-prone type. Would you believe he once broke both eardrums bobbing for apples?
Why'd he stick his head in this thing?
Mr. Biedermeier, what happened? He says he was cleaning out his attic, and there it was.
Like Mount Everest.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what goes on must come off.
I guess you ought to butter his neck.
Shoop, would you take over here, please?
Me?
Yeah, try engineering. Maybe they can saw him out.
Gates! Hello, Mr. Biedermeier. I took your advice. I rewrote the entire speech. You want to hear it?
Well, to tell you the truth, Stan, I would, but Trapper asked me to check on a possible fracture in room 3, so...
Good, I'll go with you. I left the beginning. You remember the beginning, don't you?
I remember the beginning.
Yeah. Dean Williams, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, graduating seniors. As I stand here before you today, I'm once again awash in memories. To face the golden future with courage and confidence and the Hippocratic oath ringing on your lips. Clap, clap, clap.
Clap, clap, clap.
Oh, they're bound to go crazy there. So I thought I'd, just sort of put that in to remind myself to pause.
Hi, how you doing?
They give me a shot. I feel better.
What happened?
I fell off a scaffold.
Does that hurt?
No?
Now, at this point, I thought I'd crack a couple of jokes, to lighten the mood. Hello. Listen, and speaking of beautiful girls...
Did I miss something?
No, I wasn't speaking of beautiful girls. That's the funny part.
Look, Stanley, these are the men and women of the university medical school that you're addressing. You can't...
I know what you're going to say. It's over their heads, right? You know what, Gates? You have a certain sense of humor. Maybe you could take the speech and sort of give it the common touch. Oh, boy, I'm doing a consult. Listen, take it, do what you can, but don't worry about it. For heaven's sake, I'll smooth it out later. Your leg's going to be fine.
Dr. Riverside, Dr. Stanley Riverside. Dr. Riverside.
Are you paging me?
Oh, never mind. Here he is.
Problem, John?
There's been a very bad accident. Victims are on the way over here now. There were 2 of them. Rolls-Royce was totaled. Your dad was driving. Take it easy.
All right. Lee? Where's Dad?
Dad who?
Dr. Riverside, my father. I was told there were 2 people in the car.
Oh, you mean the driver? Man, he was some feisty dude.
Well, was he hurt?
No, he didn't seem to be. We tried to examine him, but he raised so much hell we had to back off.
You mean you just left him there?
Well, he called a cab. He said he wanted to get in touch with his insurance broker. He told us to take special care of his little friend, and then he split.
His little friend?
Yeah, you know her?
Never saw her before in my life. Of course, Dad does have his own circle of acquaintances.
Some acquaintance. Promised her a $1,000 bill if she quit crying.
He what?
Yeah, and then she turned him down. She said that was no way for a gentleman to treat his fiancée.
You have the warmest, brightest eyes.
I know.
Warmer than springtime. Wasn't that in a song back in the 50s?
Probably. I'm not very original.
Well, you're a very lucky lady, Miss Williams. I can't seem to find anything wrong with you.
Now, you stop that, Doctor. You'll turn my head.
Gates? Gates! How is she?
It's fine.
Give it to me straight.
She's fine, Stan. She got a bump on the head, a couple of scratches, but...
What a relief. When I saw you on that stretcher. Oh.
Do I know you?
Well, allow me, Dr. Riverside, Miss Sherry Williams.
Riverside?
He's my father. I'm his son. Dad's son.
But he never told me he had a son.
Well, sometimes he... Dr. Gates, I'd like to continue the examination, please. Miss Brancusi, I'd like a skull series.
Stan, she's my patient.
Yes, but she's my future stepmother.
Oh, boy.
Is he serious?
He sure is. The wedding's in 2 weeks.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, okay, right, Stan. Here's her chart. Her histories, her allergies, etc. Gloria, shall we?
Let's. This bump on the back of my head is so tender.
Oh.
Will I be scarred?
Oh, no.
Because I couldn't afford that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what about these scratches on my legs?
Well, entire superficial and weak, you won't be able to find them.
You're weird, but you're cute.
Pepper, good morning. Come in.
You all right?
Me? Certainly. Why?
Nothing. Guess it was your radio I heard.
It was my frustration you heard. I am trying to write a speech.
Dean Wallace, members of the... Don't tell me he stampeded you into writing
He caught me when my guard was down, Trevor. I can't for the life of me figure out why I always feel sorry for that man. Especially when he's going to have a mother who's younger than he is and looks like her.
Wild, isn't it? And he was telling me they're already planning their first family camping trip. He sees nothing but weenie roasts and togetherness.
Well, maybe he needs all the help he can get. But I can't write that speech. Trevor, why don't you take
No, look, pal. No. I'm a doctor. I give advice, I give injections, and various and sundry other odd and repulsive things, but this I will not give. Ta-ta.
Come in.
Are you decent?
Sure, I'm decent. Come over here and take a look at this.
What?
Bump.
Well, it's healing beautifully, no problem.
Then why do I still have this headache?
You gave yourself a very nasty rap, young lady.
I bet you forgot to bring the aspirin I asked for.
I bet I didn't. Water. There you are. And here are your clothes.
What'd you do, go out and buy them? I meant for you to pick up something at my place.
Well, you just consider that a wedding present. Now, hurry up, get dressed.
You know, you're a very thoughtful man, Stanley. Unlike your father, who hasn't even bothered to call.
He hasn't called?
No calls, no flowers, nothing.
Well, that's not like him. He probably called when you were out.
Out? Out where? I haven't gone anyplace.
Yes, but you've been up and around, and you probably just missed his call.
You really think so?
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Well, how come he didn't leave a message?
Well, he probably left one, but you know what kind of help you get nowadays. Anyway, you'll see him at lunch. I've left word for him to meet us at Roberti's.
Where's Roberti's?
You've never been to Roberti's Ristorante?
Listen, I can really impress you with the places I've never been.
Oh, you'll love it. So will Dad. It's his favorite restaurant. I thought we'd all get together and have a little chat and talk over the things we'll do together and places we'll visit. I never did get to Disneyland. Well, you look very nice.
You don't think it's a mite conservative?
I think it gives you dignity. I don't think a new wife and mother can have too much dignity.
Sure. Well, carry on, Doctor.
Everything all right, the doctor?
Oh, fine. Fine, Murray. Thank you.
Breadstick? Stan,
Oh, no, thank you.
where were you?
Well, I was just wondering what's happened to Dad. How's the crab?
Speaking of Dad,
No. I only meant,
I know what you meant. It's wonderful. Everything's wonderful. I love this restaurant. I've never been here before.
It's one of the oldest in San Francisco. My family's been coming here for years.
Yeah, well, your family's kind of special.
Well, I'll bet yours is, too.
Yeah, real special. A whole raft of foster parents whose faces I can't even remember.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's no big deal. I survived.
No, but that's not the point. Children need, continuity. Someone who takes care of their scraped knees, plays Santa Claus, teaches them how to ride a bicycle. Not much time for that in a foster home.
Sounds like you know a lot about needy kids.
Who, me? No. Well, no, not really. I mean, it's all just theory. I had everything when I was a child. Clothes, toys. I was dearly loved. Dearly loved.
Well, let's hope Dad has enough left over for me.
But I'm sure it's different with you.
Not really. I still scrape my knees, look for Santa Claus.
We are going to have such a wonderful time together, the three of us.
Yes. Excuse me.
You all right? Williams? Sherry, are you all right? Harry, get an ambulance, quickly! Ambulance! All right, just try to relax.
Now, what happened?
Well, we were having lunch at Roberti's, and all of a sudden she started choking, wheezing, hyperventilating.
That's a classic allergic reaction.
Thank heaven she responded so well to the adrenaline.
Do you have any idea what the allergen was?
It's right here in her chart. She was in here 5 years ago. She was given some Florium.
A trendy tranquilizer?
No, not for her. She had a similar reaction when it was administered.
Now, wait a minute. What are you saying?
Somebody gave her some Florium.
Somebody? She's my patient.
Did you read her history?
Of course I read her history. Look at her chart. No Florium or similar tranquilizers.
Shoop, call the lab, will you please? Tell them we need the blood level stat.
They won't find Florium. I didn't give her Florium.
What did you give her?
I didn't give her any.
Yes, this is
A couple of aspirin.
Stan, are you
What did
sure?
find on that Williams
Gates?
report?
Even the good Lord can make a mistake, Stanley.
The good Lord, maybe, but not I. She could be allergic to 1,000 different substances. Pollen, mold, fungi, house dust, animal hair. Well?
The lab report's back.
And?
They found Florium. So, Gonzo says, Stanley, even the good Lord can make a mistake. And Stanley says, the good Lord maybe, but not I.
That's our Stanley.
So what happened then?
Well, don't look around. Does
Well,
anybody know
I
what
was
I'm just
thinking
going to go to
maybe I
the
should
zoo
find
tomorrow if
out.
anybody
Of course.
wants to come.
Hello, Dad. Stanley. I didn't mean to... Stanley, Dad. Oh, pretty well. How are you? No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you, but I knew you'd want to know about the young lady. And Miss Williams, your fiancée. Well, she certainly thinks you're your fiancée. Gold-digging little what? Oh, Dad, she doesn't strike me. No, I'm not telling you your business. Yes, you have every right to dump her if you... No, you don't have any right, Dad. Forgive me for saying so, but that's a very unsporting thing to do. Yes, I do know who I'm talking to, and if you don't like it, you can lump it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll take care of it. Chairman of the board, Stanley Sr.
Again?
He's very upset, Trevor. He thinks we've blotted our scutcheon.
Well, if ever a man knew anything about blotted scutcheons, it's that one.
You know, I don't think you realize the trouble we're in. The woman almost died.
She would have died if Stanley hadn't reacted as quickly as he did.
That doesn't excuse his initial carelessness. By the way, how's your investigation coming?
Well, I am perfectly satisfied that the only medication Miss Williams received in this hospital on the day of her attack was aspirin.
So-called aspirin. Judas Priest, how could a doctor mistake Florium for aspirin?
He didn't.
On the contrary, I think he did. Do you realize we could be sued blind? Fortunately, the chairman assures me that she's not too bright. He thought that she might sign a release for a few thousand if we acted quickly enough, so I made an offer of 10.
Aha. And what did she say?
She's thinking about it.
Well, anything else?
No. Oh, yes, there is one thing. Young Riverside was scheduled to give the commencement exercise at the university. Naturally, his father doesn't want a fool like that representing the hospital in front of an auditorium filled with young medical students, so Stanley's been replaced.
Lucky man. Who's the substitute sucker?
You.
Good morning. That it is. Well, what's this I hear about you not eating? True, we don't serve caviar and crepe Suzette, but what could be more nourishing than mutton soup and broccoli stems? Mmm. What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
I wouldn't trust the angel Gabriel if he came down to offer me free.
Yeah. Guess I know how you feel.
You don't know.
Oh, fill me in.
Talk about your bubbleheads. I ought to be committed. But I thought, maybe this time. Stanley Sr. said he loved me. I thought he loved me.
Did you love him?
I would have been a wife to him.
Or a daughter?
Oh, don't give me any of your dumb psychology, Dr. Freud, please. Dirty old man. Wouldn't have cared whether I lived or died. Just so long as I'd embarrass his precious hospital. Do you know how much that lackey of his offered me to sign a release? $10,000. Well, Stanley and his dopey son will be begging me to accept $10 million before I'm through.
Miss Williams, look, you've got every right to be hurt and mad, but I've known Stanley Riverside II for a good long time now, and I find it hard to believe that a doctor of his competence could make a mistake like that.
Mistake? Hey, brother, who said anything about mistakes? How does attempted murder grab you?
Oh, come on. Stanley wouldn't hurt a fly.
No? Stanley Sr. wants to shake me off. He tells Junior. Junior knows I can't take Florium. Now you get out of here. Go on.
Aha, good. There you are. But I'm in trouble. I've been ambushed.
You're in trouble.
Well, you know, Stanley's not going to be allowed to make his speech, so the hospital has elected me to replace him. So I was thinking, since you have begun to rewrite the thing...
Whoa, sorry, Trapper. I'm a doctor. I give advice. I operate on people. I give injections.
All right, you made your point. Who else is in trouble?
All of us. Sherry Williams wants to charge Stanley with attempted murder.
Attempted Stanley?
Stanley.
It's ridiculous. She's bluffing.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Miss Williams' room.
It's right there, but it's not visiting hours. Is she expecting you?
She called a half an hour ago. I'm her attorney. Excuse me.
doing, Mr. Biedermeier?
Oh, wait a minute. Now what happened?
Well, he went down to the dock to wish a friend bon voyage and threw his back out waving.
But he's dripping wet.
Toppled into the bay.
Look, I'm going. See, I'm going. Pardon? I couldn't quite...
They fired you.
Yes, yes.
They had no right to do that. What possible reason could they have for doing that?
Well, I said it was because of the murder charge.
A murder? What murder? Was I murdered?
No.
Then stop that crazy talk. For crying out loud, you saved my life. I'd have died if you hadn't been there.
Well, I assumed you were angry at me.
Well, I was. But I didn't think that you were trying to kill me. Don't you ever say dumb things when you're mad at someone?
I don't think so.
Well, I do. And then I began to remember things. Like that freaky dress you bought me. Nobody ever bought me a freaky dress like that before.
They didn't?
No. What's the matter with me anyhow? I meet one good man in my lifetime, and I make a wreck of him. For what? A couple little coughs, a headache? I guess I'll have to need glasses next.
Glasses? Why?
Oh, every once in a while, everything turns blurry. It's okay. I'll get contacts.
You do that. In the meantime, I'm going to order a few tests.
Oh, come on, Staley. You took x-rays. There wasn't anything wrong. Besides, I thought they fired you.
They did, as of Monday. But in the meantime, I'm still Chief of Emergency Services.
Ah, Gonzo. Good afternoon, lad.
Are you all right?
Me? Perfectly fine. Must have been my radio you heard. Come on in.
I must be cracking up. This is starting to make sense.
You think so?
Where are all the platitudes?
Well, Ernestine Shoup dropped by and gave me a little boot. You want to hear something interesting?
Sure, lay it on me.
You know, I may be cracking up myself, but I'm beginning to enjoy this.
You?
I stopped thinking speech got into communication. For all the good it'll do me. I don't suppose the hospital would like to have a resigned chief of staff representing them either.
Yeah, I heard about that. Pepper, it's all so pointless. No competent doctor could mistake fluorium tablets for aspirin. They're the wrong size, the wrong color, the wrong texture. Stanley's a very competent doctor. Therefore, he didn't make that mistake. And Stanley is not a murderer, therefore no murder was attempted.
Well, you know that and I know that.
All right, what's left? Sherlock Holmes says, when you eliminate the impossible, then all that remains, no matter how improbable, has got to be the truth. Okay. Sherry Williams ingested fluorium. She couldn't possibly have gotten it from this hospital. Therefore, she had to get it someplace else.
But where? She was never out of my sight. Never. Not for 1 minute.
You look a little pale, Stan. Are you okay?
No.
What's this?
Well, I'd like you to tell me. Would you both take a look at this CAT scan, please?
Who's the patient?
Sherry Williams.
Looks like a tumor. Well, that explains the headaches. It had nothing to do with the fluorium or the accident.
Who's the best man for the job, John?
Neurosurgery, Baker.
We get him?
We can try.
Stan. You said Sherry was never out of your sight. Where wasn't she out of your sight?
Everywhere. In her room, in my car, Roberti's. She's in very serious trouble, isn't she?
Come on, Stan. They'll know more when they get in there. Roberti's.
Meningioma? What's a meningioma?
Meningioma.
It's a special type of tumor.
A brain tumor?
That's what gave you your blurred vision, your headaches.
Is it malignant?
Oh, we doubt it, but we won't know for sure until Dr. Baker here can take a look at it.
Dr. Baker, I wish you could take your look without cutting my head open.
Can't do that, I'm afraid. But if you'd like an educated guess, young lady, I'd say your chances of complete recovery are excellent.
Now, you listen to that man. He knows exactly what he's talking about.
I suppose there'll be a scar?
Yes, but the incision will be well within the hairline.
My hair? You'll have to shave my hair off?
Oh, it'll grow back. Prettier than ever.
Besides, think about all the freaky hats I'll be able to buy you.
Okay, where do I sign?
Right where the X is. Okay.
I'd like to start as soon as possible, John. Will you assist?
Oh, you bet.
Stanley,
Yes?
you'll be there, won't you?
Well,
Just to watch, just to be with me?
He'll be there.
Florio? Excuse me. Gustavo, set a table for 6. What's Florio?
It's a tranquilizer. It's very popular nowadays.
Dr. Robertis does not serve tranquilizers. Our food alone is enough to encourage contentment and tranquility. Oh, stupid. Gustavo, Giovanni, put two tables together and then six, say. Stupid.
Look, I thought maybe one of your previous customers might have left a tablet on a table and Miss Williams might have taken it.
Now, why would she do a thing like that?
I can't imagine.
In any case, all tables are cleaned after each sitting. Linens are changed, condiments removed.
Condiments? What about saccharin? Do you supply saccharin?
Certainly.
Where do you keep the saccharin?
The pantry, the kitchen.
Can I take a look at the kitchen?
No, wait a minute,
No,
Doctor.
please, this is
No,
very
wait a
important.
minute.
I really must see the kitchen.
You want to see the kitchen?
Yes.
Follow me.
Stop! What right have you to take this without my approval?
Maestro.
Shut up! Eclairs must go. Out with them. The mousse, superb. Strawberry tart, crust could be flakier. But okay.
Maestro, it's your...
Stop looking at me, I'm busy. All right. Take him away. But no eclairs!
Good luck, he's all yours.
Maestro, could I speak to you, please?
Who the devil are you?
Inspector, City Health Department.
Again? You just commanded us. Now what's wrong?
Well, there's been some complaints about the saccharin.
What saccharin? We've been out of saccharin for over a month.
You have?
Yes, no deliveries. The strike.
It can't have been in the saccharin, then.
What can have been in the saccharin?
A tranquilizer called Florium. Somehow it got into your food.
My food?
Yes.
Maledetto, você era veramente spustato. Now listen. Every dish that comes out of that kitchen, I taste. Every dish. Every sauce, every dressing, every confection, everything. Am I tranquilized?
No, sir.
Then go peddle your inspection papers someplace else.
No, sir. I'm sorry, I can't. The tranquilizer had to come from here. There's no other explanation. I'll have to look for it.
Then look, smell, taste. Do whatever you want. Just to keep out of my way. Ma questi gente sono veramente spustato.
There's the tumor. Right on the sphenoid ridge. Can you get all of it? Won't be easy. Malleable retractor, please.
Stanley, what are you doing in there?
Turn off the speaker.
Stanley, can you hear me?
Stanley, stay.
Magnifico. Porosny cretine. Somebody soup kitchen? Tarragon!
Forceps.
How much longer, John?
Can't be sure, but it'll be a while.
Let's get a frozen section of this. Counting on.
It's quite a pace you guys keep up here.
This? This is nothing. You ought to be around here on a Thanksgiving. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm a cut out for this kind of pressure. Now this is the life. Nothing to do but sit on your back and dream about the old days, huh?
Until you're cooked.
Hey, man, into each life a little rain must fall, right?
They are alive, aren't they?
Sure, they're alive. Ordinarily, by this time, they'd be at each other's throat. But I can't stand it, the clacking.
Luigi!
Hey, si, maestro!
So what do you do about it?
But what?
The clacking.
Luigi!
No, wait a minute, damn it. I want to know what you do about it.
The pathologist is here, doctors.
Well, the tumor is a meningioma.
Malignant?
No, it's benign.
Melissa, would you turn the speaker back on, please?
I went back and talked to the chef. He said he was giving tranquilizers to the shellfish.
What for?
Because their claws were clacking too much. So I asked him what kind of tranquilizer, and he said Florium.
Who said?
The cook at Roberti's. He fed it to the crabs. It was in her crab cocktail.
Well, Arnold, how about that?
Yeah, how about that?
Naturally, your order of dismissal will be rescinded,
Naturally.
Thank you. All right, here you go. Now, be careful. Just take it easy.
Stanley, good grip, but not made of porcelain. I can walk. Well, thank you.
Take care, Sherry. Come back to see us.
I will.
Bye. Love your hat.
Yeah.
Oh, John, by the way, Dad has decided that I'll be delivering the commencement address after all.
You're kidding.
Yes, but it was very nice of you to offer to help. Really very decent of you, old man.
Oh, not to worry, darling. You can read your speech to me.
Thanks.
Wait, hold, Mr. Biedermeyer.
He went jogging in the only stretch of quicksand in Northern California.